Hi, everybody. My name is Alyson Powell, and I've been a patient and have been a primal dieter. Actually, I'm very joyful to say I've been a primal dieter. I'm very joyful to say that I've been a primal dieter for 7.5 years. I've learned many, many things about being on this diet. Thinking outside of the box, which is really great. Aajonus was always so much of a courageous soul. And of course, he did an awful lot of research as well. Early on in the diet, it was probably the first week, I did my first raw egg smoothie. It was 3 eggs, cream, some berries, and some raw honey. And I thought, okay, that agreed with me all right. Okay, so since I want to detox really fast, I'm going to jump it up to 6 eggs. And I've never done raw eggs in my life. So I did 6 raw eggs and raw cream and berries. And when it started to digest in my body, I was so high. I was higher than a kite. I started to hum. You know, it's like I work in a hair salon, and I started to hum in the salon. And I was so damn joyful and so happy. I could have gotten up on top of our countertop and started dancing. I was so happy and joyful. And I thought, you know, it's like, if eating this way makes me feel that good and that joyful, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to definitely continue to eat this way. I ended up going to Sacramento. I got to know Aajonus a little bit better, and Louis and I, actually, we testified for the benefits of raw milk. And I remember, you know, flying on the airplane with him, and he right away starts closing up his nose and stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing that? It's like, oh, because the air is so bad in the airplanes. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's all recycled air, and it's actually, you're getting a lot of gasoline fumes. I don't know if everybody knows that. It's good to wear a mask if you could do that. So he's talking to me while he has the mask over his nose, and it was really great, you know, because it was just like hands-on information. Plus, you know, it's wonderful. He takes his tri-field meter. He flies so much of the time. He can find out exactly on the plane where he needs to sit, where it has the lowest EMF factor. So I've always had that down now. Bring my tri-field meter and, you know, figure that out. And, you know, he was such a sensitive soul. You know, he went through so much in his life. I'm very sad that he passed. You know, he was such a great spirit for all of us. He was such a champion for our rights and raw food. And, you know, it's like he was our leader and a natural leader. And, you know, it's like, okay, you know, Aja says we got to do this. We got to, you know, protest for this, protest for that. And we want to do it anyways. But, you know, he was so naturally so good at it. And, you know, he was so honest. He was so honest to a fault. You know, I can't help but think, because he was autistic in the very beginning, that he just couldn't lie. He just couldn't. It just wasn't a part of him. And, you know, the truth meant everything to him. Health meant everything to him. You know, he's an incredible soul. I hope he's having a great time right now. Maybe he's teaching a whole bunch of other beautiful souls how to eat raw food and raw fat, you better do that raw fat. This is so good for us. You know, I had an opportunity, it was some years back, but it was after a primal diet workshop. It was when he lived at the old place that everybody loved going over there. And he said, hey, yeah, you know, if you want to go and take a hot tub, there's going to be a bunch of us going in there. I said, okay, that sounds great. And so, you know, everybody leaves, and there was no other couples there. And it was like, you know, okay, well, it looks like it's just going to be you and me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, well, I hope you don't mind. I get butt ass naked. I'm like, oh, all right. Okay. Is that pressure on me? So then he shows me, and I borrow a shirt and shorts from him and put that on, and then, of course, he made a comment. We're in the jacuzzi. It's like, God, I don't think anybody's ever been in my jacuzzi with clothes on. Sorry, but, that's the way we're going to do it. But I learned a lot. I learned even more from him that night, and we were just talking up a storm for hours, actually, and then I was still in the hot tub, and then he went to bed. He got out of bed. He got out and went to bed, and all the lights were off, and I was just in the jacuzzi by myself, but it was very nice. It was very relaxing and very calm. In closing, I'd like to say that, as we all know, and I found out last night from listening to Jim's interview that Aajonus passed on the same day my mom did. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know what that means, but we really lost an incredibly brilliant, courageous, very sensitive warrior friend and teacher. And yes, Aajonus was a pioneer. He was a one-of-a-kind, true humanitarian, great soul, great guy, with a good sense of humor, too. And yes, he was honest, and I will forever be filled with gratitude for knowing him and our great way of eating, our awesome Primal Diet community. I'm so happy you guys are all here. It's awesome. And he was an amazing leader and inspiring man, and I will miss him tremendously. And we all received the best gift ever by knowing him and the many possibilities of what we all can do with our health. And his hugs that I would get from him were so special for me. I always really felt his heart center. He had a beautiful heart, and he really wanted to help people. I bless you, Aajonus. Thank you, everyone.